Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a quick overview of the Case Knives Kinzua. And this comes to me by way of my buddy, the Trash Man, Brandon Thrasher, just an awesome dude. Um, I hate this knife, I'll tell you that right now. And I'm not a fan of it. I would not recommend it. It's just not good. But for Case kind of hitting the market with a flipper. I don't know if this is their first one or it's one of their first flippers, I think. All in-house made in the United States. I got to give them credit for that. I got to give them some airtime for that. So I did want to go over the knife and talk about it. There's some things I do like. Yeah, so I unboxed this on a live stream, so I don't have unboxing video up, and I don't think I'm going to do like the full review process, just because I'm not really into it. Am I crooked here? Sorry. I'm just not that into this knife, but again, wanted to show it. So this is black, I believe aluminum scales, and then you have S35 VN steel. Let's zoom in and take a look. S35VN Kinzua, USA made. You see that Tanto grind right there. Flat grind or saber grind, whatever you want to call it. Technically a compound. This front tip is a separate grind, I believe. Yep. You have a nice wedge here. It's a thick chunker. I love when knives have a tip like that, like a triangle at the tip. Just looks cool. And that thing's fucking robust, man. You could pry some shit with this knife. This does seem like a good maybe work knife. If you could get a solid edge on it down here, then you could use this section to like pry and do fucking crazy shit. So this could be like a good shop knife or something for somebody who wants to also have something to flip every once in a while. Case knives. You have this black aluminum scale. It's smooth aluminum. It's not like powder finish like ProTech does. It is a reversible clip that I will not be reversing. You have your hardware here. Let's double check, but that looks like T8, which is good. You'd have T8 all around in that case. Yes, T8. Oh, sorry, that's my daughter's taking a nap. T8. Yep. Yeah, so you have T8. Oh, the clip. Wow, okay. Yeah. So you have T8 hardware all the way around on this knife. That's pretty cool. Here's your deep carry loop over clip with absolutely a ton of screws sticking out, and the bottom of the clip there is not recessed. So I mean, this thing sucks to get in your pocket with that. They do give you plenty of clearance here, but come on, as my buddy Brian from Bees Blades would say, you got some mushrooms growing in the shade down there. The clip doesn't touch the scale, which kind of sucks as well. There's your standoffs. They're nice and beefy as well. Here's your frame lock and your pivot. And we're back. And there's the flipper tab. Here's the spine. Here's the inside. No milling of any kind on either side. Let me close it. There you go. That's a deep look at the Kinzua from Case Knives. So, let's talk about ergonomics. How does it feel in hand? It doesn't feel bad, actually. They have a choil right here, and then a swell and a flat back here. My large glove size hand fits pretty well in here. I'd call it a 3.3 inch blade. We can do some comparisons in a second. It's a little slippery because of the aluminum being finished like that. But I get a good grip with that choil right there. You could use this as a flipper choil if you wanted to, but you kind of slide towards the edge, and I wouldn't really recommend it. Right-handed, it feels pretty comfortable. That clip is in my palm, which is how it would feel left-handed if I reversed the clip, right? And I do get that part of the reason they didn't do anything with the clip here is because they wanted it reversible. So I appreciate that as a lefty, but I mean, that's just brutal. I would have rather had a slot here or something. I mean, you have two holes, so why not have a slot, right? So she said. Yeah, you have jimping up here, which is basically useless. It's smooth. It's like, it doesn't do anything. I'd rather be holding that blade, I think. Clean blade, I don't know. So ergos are okay. Action. All right, so this is where they actually did a really good job here, guys. The flipper tab, the jimping, like on here, is just non-existent. You don't even, I can't feel it. Like, it doesn't grab at all. If it had better jimping, I think this would be amazing, because the D10 is stiff, guys. Like, not in a almost too stiff, but not quite too stiff. Like, it does kind of have, this is going to sound ridiculous, but it kind of has that haptic, Holt haptic feel to it, where it's like just enough to where you feel like you might slip over it because it's strong, but then you get it and it just pops out and you can't fail it. It's really good. I really like the D10. I just think they screwed up with the jimping. If that had been real jimping that grabbed you, it would be even better. Closing action. Look at this. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Once you get past the detent ball, though, because that's your problem here. Even right-handed, it's an issue. Here's locked. That's where it sits on the detent ball. So that's a big issue. You have to get real low to get past that. But once you do, man, it's basically drop shut. I mean, let's see. I'm not shaking. I'm just turning the handle, right? Okay, so it needs a little bit of emphasis, but I mean, you're barely doing anything. Most people are going to be like, shoop, and it's cool. I mean, I'm impressed with that on the action. Now, let's check. No, barely any blade play, if at all. Can't really tighten it. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel anything. There's no lock rock, so that's what you're getting with a solid pivot, guys. It's on ball bearings. I don't know what kind. Would be interesting to take this apart. I wonder if Thrasher would care. Do you guys want to see the inside of this thing? I'm just going to ask for forgiveness later. Oh, it's really locked up, though. There we go. Must be Loctited to hell. No? Wow. No Loctite. Okay, I'm like, I might be a little impressed here. Now, I don't know if Thrasher did anything. He could very well have taken this apart. This could be an easy disassembly. Should we put skiffs in here? It's going to be hard to open the blade. Normally, I would open the blade to get it out. Ah, there we go. It's just a detent. And everything's so smooth on this knife. It's hard to, with sweaty hands like me, it's hard to... I'm just trying to get it off the pivot. I don't know why it doesn't want to. There we go. Ah, as suspected. Steel caged, steel washers. Motherfucker. Are they 5mm or 3/16? We're going to find out. I might put some ceramics in here for them. Let me grab this. Yeah, maybe he took this apart and cleaned it. I don't know. It's pretty good. Pretty decent sized stop pin. I mean, all of that is good stuff. Here's your detent ball. It's a steel detent ball, it looks like. Right? Yeah. It's steel. Can you see the steel? You can see it, right? That it's steel. Does it have a captured pivot? A D shape? Does it? Oh, no. Never mind. Looked like it did. All right. Here's the blade. I mean, it's a simple construction. They did a good job. I got to give them that. The more I'm checking this knife out, the more I'm liking it, I'd say. Let me see if I have any bearings that'll fit. Obviously, I'm not putting nice ones in, but I can put a set of, like, stock bearings in. Like, I have a lot of these. I'm guessing 5mm will fit. There's two 5mm. Are they? Yeah, see, they used... they might be 5mm. I'm guessing they used 3/16 though. But it should fit easily over the pivot. Yep. Does it fit into the track is the question. Yep. So I'm going to try these for him, and we'll see. If they work, I'll just send him his back, and he can always swap it out if he wants. Hopefully he doesn't mind me doing this. Get my KPL original. Drop, drop. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they even have steel washers in here. I mean, it's a good construction. I gotta give them that. So, drop one on. Oh, I need detent. Detent heavy, I almost called it. KPL heavy. I'm waiting on a restock from KPL because I'm almost out. Not for me, for the giveaways. But I think they just sent it, so we're good. Oops. Pop that on. Looks like we're good. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. The pivot went through the other way? That's weird to me, right? I'll see if it works like this, and if it doesn't. Because you would... No. I see why. Because they have the pivot thing showing on... Right? Yeah. They want the show side to have this pivot, if that makes sense. Is it D-shaped? There we go. It has a slot, I think. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Sorry, I'm an idiot, guys. It has a slot. Can you see it? See that cutout down there? And then on here, that's how it stays without needing Loctite. Damn. Damn. Case? All right. Dude, Case is on top of their shit. I gotta go on that. If they can just dial in the designs a little bit, you know, I think they're going to be making some cool stuff. I've heard they made a knife with Southern grind that was pretty good. A shark or something like that. Oh, sorry. If you're wondering what this bit driver is, I have a video about bit drivers. This is the custom beads bit driver, and I just saw a Mach 2, Mark 2, I guess. A second version of this is on DLT right now, as of today anyway. Whenever, I don't know when this will post, but so if you like this, there's a similar one right now on DLT, or maybe, sorry, Jesus. Jeez, they use a giant ass pivot screw. We have successfully switched to ceramic bearings. That's the clip. Let's see, centering. Centering. Huh. Oh, it's way off. Okay, that's not good. It's loose, so maybe that's why. Yeah, but how can it be loose? Okay. Now it's better, I guess. Action's still good. It's definitely off to the show side. Does loosening it loosen that? I wouldn't think so. What was that? Okay, so that really had to crank it down. Wow. Centering is pretty much dead nuts. Might still be slightly off. I mean, I don't really want to crank much more on this guy. That's as far as I'm going. Yeah, and now it looks perfect. Dead nuts. And the action? Still good. Yeah, look at that. There you go. That's your Kinzua on ceramic bearings. So I will say the ceramic bearings, now they just got in there, but they don't seem to be like better, really. Definitely at least as good. Maybe slightly better. Because before it wasn't dropping, right? It was, I had to shake it down. Now it's kind of dropping on its own, and then I just give it that last little bit. So anyway, interesting knife here from Case. Not terrible. If you want 100% USA made, not a bad option. I mean, it was like 115 bucks, I think Brandon said, and it will work. Now, here's one thing. I've heard a lot of complaints about the edges, but this one seems pretty good. I mean, definitely not brutal, if you know what I mean. It's definitely probably thick behind the edge. But I think it's meant to be more of a working knife. So, I don't know. You guys take that as you will, but that's the Case Kinzua Disassembly, first impressions, etc. Sorry, Brandon, I took it apart without asking you. It just felt like I should. That's kind of a dick way to be, but if I have to buy you a new one, I will. I love you, man, and I love all of you. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.